honestly, the first time I took a plane off, like, I will never forget that feeling, even to this day. Every time I'm amazed, and it feels the same every single flight. Like, no matter how many hours I've accumulated, I feel like it's the same excitement of that first time flying. And just those views, it's the most stress relieving thing. Honestly, like, you could have the most stressful night the night before, and you fly the next day, and you forget about everything. It's like, all your stresses, like, are relieved by one flight.
Okay, so I recently just caught up with my friend Heidi. We actually both went to UCLA together, and she recently just got her pilot's license, and she's also an entrepreneur. She started something called Minami Foods, which is this tangy, sweet, delicious sesame dressing. And I was going home for Mother's Day up north and decided to hit her up, and she took my sister and I on the most incredible adventure slash private tour slash private flight where we saw the most beautiful views of the Bay and San Francisco, and it was so magical. I honestly can't even describe the experience to you all. And she also shared the story of how she decided to make that pivot and go into piloting, and telling her parents that this was the path that she wanted to take. We also got lunch at our family restaurant, Minami Sushi. We had some delicious sushi, and she showed a little bit of the behind the scenes of how the sauce gets made and prepared and shipped out, and the story behind how that all came to life as well. So if you're ready for an adventure, then keep watching and make sure that you watch until the very end of the video, because we have a special gift for all of you guys. Okay, we just got to San Leandro, and Heidi's place is right there, so let's go and meet up with her. I haven't seen her, I think, since graduation, so it's been almost 2 years now, so I'm super excited.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm gonna have to go in this car.
Oh, cool. Ooh. Whoa. Gas in it.
And then it's gonna open for us. Be my co-pilot for the day.
I'm gonna be Heidi's co-pilot for the day.
First, writing down all our engine takt times, and it shows you how long you've been flying for, so you got to get the numbers first. And then we follow what's called the checklist to do our pre-flighting and make sure the airplane's okay to go before we fly, because safety is always number one. So we follow this to the dot. Master switch on, so that's going to be that red button right there that says master. So we need to check those two during flight. It just goes up and down and helps us create that lift. This is what's our rudder, helps us move left and right. Hand on this one.
Okay.
And foot. There you go.
Cool.
And then you can see the fuel, right?
Yeah.
We just want to make sure our fuel is full.
Oh,
Good to go.
Nice. All right. Okay.
Startup process. So seats are in place, our seatbelts are on. Avionics switch is off, autopilot's off. Clear, prop! Alright.
Okay, we just started the engine, and we're gonna get on, put our headsets on, put on our headsets.
Honestly, the first time I took a plane off, like, I will never forget that feeling, even to this day. Every time I'm amazed, and it feels the same every single flight. Like, no matter how many hours I've accumulated, I feel like it's the same excitement of that first time flying. And just those views, it's the most stress relieving thing. Honestly, like, you could have the most stressful night the night before, and you fly the next day and you forget about everything. It's like all your stresses, like, are relieved by one flight. My first, like, kind of class trip, I went to DC in 8th grade, and we got to go on a Boeing 777, and I was just amazed by, like, how such a large aircraft can, like, you know, float through the air and fly. And even to this day, I'm like, you ask me, how's an airplane fly? I'm like, I can tell you, it's generated by, like, lift and thrust, but, like, the technology behind an airplane is still so cool to me. And then after I graduated, my first job was working as a customer service agent for Korean Air over at the San Francisco airport. And then it's just surrounding myself by airplanes, by that aviation environment. And then my cousin got me what's called the Discovery flight, where you try flying out for the first time. They let you kind of fly the airplane, see what it's like. And they let me do a takeoff on my first flight, and that was amazing. And just like, from that day, I never looked back. I was so thankful to my cousin for getting me that discovery flight for my graduation gift, and he kind of got me started on how to even become a pilot. Initially, when I was deciding what my first job out of college was going to be, I got a job offer at this e-commerce firm that would have been a very, like, pretty high-paying job right off the bat.
Yeah.
And just imagining that lifestyle for me is, I don't think I'm the type of person that could sit in an office all day and just, you know, sit at a desk. I feel like I'm the type of person that needs to move around or have that more spontaneous, sporadic lifestyle that just suits me more. I just felt like there was so much more of a passion and a calling for this industry rather than going into something more as like a safety net, you know? But at the end of the day, you have to look at it as, can you imagine yourself doing this for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
And for me, I couldn't, like, to be honest, I sat myself down and I couldn't see myself just sitting, sort of doing that job environment for however many years to come. It's just, for me, I had to make that lifestyle switch. For me, it was the best decision of my life, pursuing all these pilot dreams and being able to run my business still. It goes both ways. I hope to inspire kind of more females out there who don't even know how to get started on becoming a pilot, and the fact that, you know, if I can do it, honestly, you can do it too. And only about 6 to 7% of females are pilots, and this is such a male-dominated industry. It's honestly intimidating sometimes. So what if it's male-dominated? You know, one day I hope that there's gonna be like more female pilots out there. Maybe it'll be 50-50. Welcome back.
Oh, welcome back. Okay, we just landed. That was super cool, Heidi.
How'd you feel first time?
Yeah, that was amazing, honestly. Like, seeing all those views, I've never seen them in that way. It's very cool.
It's just like a little bit of what I do
on
the daily. Glad you guys had fun.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why you love it, Heidi. What was that like when were your parents super supportive of it, or were they kind of like, this is a different path, or?
Yeah, you know, like growing up Asian, you have these, you know, Asian peer pressures, so you have to go into the medical field. So making that switch for the parents wasn't the easiest thing for them to process. And for me, it was about explaining to them how, you know, I was still thankful for all my parents have done, but at the same time, it's like the plans that they have are not necessarily what your child wants to do. But for me, it was always about, I have a plan. I didn't want to sit on the couch not paying the bills, not doing anything, because that's not fair to them. Yeah. They weren't necessarily happy and supportive at first, but now that they see me pursuing my dreams, I think like they've realized that it makes me so happy to do all this. Yeah. And it's taking that initial investment in myself, and when I become an airline pilot in a couple years, I think like honestly they'll see like that true passion, and I think like the money will come. For me, like the destination and the dream is never about the money. Right. I do not think money buys happiness. So I agree. It's the journey, and I think is a big learning process, but we're all gonna get through it. We are. If any of you out there want to take that leap of faith or take that initial investment in yourself, honestly, the best points or tips that I can give you is to be positive on yourself. Instead of using words like, you know, I hope to accomplish this in a couple of years, tell yourself, I will accomplish this. Set goals along the way and tell yourself that you will do these things, because that positivity is really motivating, and it's gonna make you want to accomplish those things. Believe in yourself first before anyone else.
I love that. It's the mindset thing, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Mine is powerful. Okay, well, that was cool. The flight was awesome. And what's next on our agenda today, Heidi?
We're gonna go see where the sauce is made. Ooh. So this is running my business, so Minami Foods, and I'm gonna show you where the sauce is made and stuff.
Cool, I'm excited. Yeah, she mentioned the Minami Foods, but now we're gonna see a whole behind the scenes and what the actual product is, and you can hear the story behind how that all got started. Just arrived at Minami Foods. Okay, the food has just arrived. It looks so good. Yum. Veggie tempura. What did you order here?
I just got some salmon terry and short ribs. Very popular items.
Popular items. What is this one called?
Potato croquettes.
Potato croquettes. And then what did you order in it?
I have bento box, teriyaki and some sashimi.
Yum. First bite was delicious, and we're just gonna go ahead and devour the rest of this. Is that the sauce right there?
This is the sauce.
This is the sauce.
But I do this sometimes too.
Oh yeah.
It's delicious.
So
You gotta dip it with the salmon. Just flows so well.
That's really good.
I know. It adds like a different flavor to it.
Okay, we just finished lunch and it was absolutely delicious. Loved it.
Before we leave, I'm gonna get a bottle of the sauce.
Okay, so this is the Minami sesame sauce that Heidi started. So this is the company. So tell us a little bit about the sauce.
Yeah,
What is it?
so this is a sesame dressing. So my main mission statement is to provide a delicious and healthy alternative to the standard salad dressings that are out on the market. So you have stuff like ranch or Thousand Island that are so calorie focused that if you're gonna have a salad, it defeats the purpose of being healthy in the first place. But I wanted something with that same health aspect that you don't have to sacrifice flavor for, because you still want your salad to taste good.
Yeah.
Which is the main reason why we have this as a very nice alternative. And this is actually my mom's recipe. She's in the back there. We started the restaurant in 2008, so we've been making this ever since. But even before I started this company in 2017 and like made a bottle and packaging, customers were coming into the store asking to buy it on the side. So we used to put it in like to-go containers and sell it beforehand. And then that's kind of how this came to be. It's very family oriented. It's vegetarian friendly. And I just want to get that out there more.
That's awesome.
It's only 60 calories per serving, and it's like low sugar, low sodium, low everything.
Yeah.
The macros, these numbers catering very well to even like keto-friendly diets or something.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, and then what's going on here? Show us a little bit of this.
This is like a little bit of the behind the scenes. I have a designer who makes my labels, and I print these out. And these are sticker labels, so center label, sort of press it on, and that's how we make the bottles.
Okay, so now we're gonna go in the kitchen and fill up some.
We grilled the sesame like right here, and this is where everything's made. So this is our newest batch of sauce.
There it is. Got your sauce.
Got my Minami salad dressing sauce.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed that little behind the scenes action going on there. Now we're off to Heidi's and you're gonna show us, what are you gonna show us?
I'm gonna show us like the packaging and how I ship everything off, more the e-commerce side of things.
Cool, cool, cool. Off to Heidi's. Welcome back. All right, just got to Heidi's.
So what I'm doing is, this is how I do the process of fulfilling orders through like e-commerce and Shopify. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the order and pretty much print out a label. My inventory in the back, my standard boxes, and like the paper that I put everything with. The little packing paper so the sauce doesn't move around. We got the sauce now. It's going inside. The packaging label shows how many you ordered, and this will just go sit on top here. And I have the like Shopify label that will go on top here, and it just goes to the post office.
So nice, thanks for showing how to package. It actually seems not too difficult.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you're kind of doing it all.
Because it's like, I want to be able to do as much of it as I can.
Yeah.
Before I have to rely on other people.
Yeah, that's true.
Do it for me.
Yeah. All right, guys, so we're gonna close out the video now. I hope you enjoyed seeing the little behind the scenes into Heidi's life as a pilot and an entrepreneur. Do you have any last words, Heidi?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to like share my story and hopefully inspire some people out there. And let's talk about the special discount code I created for you.
Yes, we have a special discount code. So if you are interested in trying Minami Food sauce, then we have a discount code.
Yeah, it's gonna be GDT10.
Yes, GDT10.
So GDT10, and put that in. You guys are gonna get 10% off. It's exclusive for Your watchers.
Yay! And then I'll leave the link in the description below. And if you are in San Leandro, then definitely check out her restaurant because sushi was very good and support local businesses. That's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!